Stargazers, this is Sandra from 7th House Astrology. Since I am doing an ASMR episode on my podcast today, and since I've actually been thinking about doing this for over a month now, I decided to try doing a little bit of an astrological speak via ASMR style. So let's see how this goes today. I find it's kind of fun and kind of wonderful, but we'll see how this goes for you today. So today we're going to be soft speaking and also bringing personal attention to Mercury Retrograde in Leo. So as of July the 17th to July the 18th, depending on your resource, Mercury did its little tailspin in Leo, and what it's brought about is a lot of, not only the usual communication defunct that we usually see with Mercury retrograde, and also technological defuncts that we usually see with Mercury retrograde, but a lot of communication with the shadow side of Leo. A lot of my way or the highway, do what I want or else. And it seems like this do what I want or else is actually getting in the way of communicating effectively. So today, with this ASMR session, I'd like to be able to maybe help ourselves set the intention of how to communicate a bit better, which is a huge Mercury retrograde theme. And in that process, how to not allow for the power, the misuse of power, I should say, of Leo to get in the way of our communication and also get in the way of listening. So let's begin. I personally, when I set intentions of what I would like to do, and I personally, when I like to clear away debris of what no longer serves me, I love to use incense. And this incense is, it's not sponsored, but it's brought to you by Morning Star, and it's the frankincense incense, which I just love. I love it so much. Here we go. Usually kind of waft this. I don't like to offend the spirit of fire by blowing it out. So, and in my culture, spirit of fire is pretty crucial. So I'm just gonna waft this near the throat chakra, because it's the throat chakra that's most impacted during Mercury retrograde. Maybe I'll do bigger circles. There we go. So while we're here, what are some things that come to mind where it's my way or the highway during Mercury retrograde? Just like maybe it could have been recent, could be, just kind of something that's been going on since last week. But like for me personally, I remembered when I was making a customer service call in the place where I work. I remembered I was asking for some information on, balance. And I just remembered this girl just kept playing games with me within this last week. She kept asking for the account number about 5 times. It was kind of clear she wasn't really listening, and she was just trying to play games. I immediately grew very impatient and asked to speak with the manager. And I kind of regretted that, because myself, as I kind of looked at this situation a little bit more, I kind of felt like, I could have really held on a little bit longer, could have listened and could have been just a little bit more patient with her and not just allow my, leonine temper to get in the way of everything. So I think for me, it's really more of a time for me to just kind of help back and really just, kind of listen a little bit. Maybe, give things the benefit of the doubt. But what comes up for you? This is a good time to take a look at that as we waft this incense. It's beautiful incense, by the way. I love frankincense. Just really clears everything. Especially when I'm setting intentions. I think that that's really very important. So we're still clearing. We're still clearing. I might even actually encompass, because Leo's all about leading from the heart center. Actually go down just a little further. Just go towards the camera. Go a little further down. Encompass that heart chakra. Clear that out a little. And again, what are some things that you can revamp, that you can clear when it comes to this Mercury Retrograde cycle? So what are some things that you can let go? Maybe my way or the highway thinking. Maybe letting go of just being impatient. I know that's one of my things. And then I think next step, while you're clearing that away, maybe start to set the intention of how you can communicate a bit better. For me, just maybe pausing, just listening, or taking a pause. Like if somebody's playing games, just taking a pause. Just listen. See what's being brought to that present moment. Instead of just being quick to being ill-tempered about the situation. That's my way or the highway. But what is it for you? And then how can you revamp? Do you think listening might need to be encompassed a bit better? Do you think it's a clarity issue? Do you think you might be somebody who might need to ask for clarification? Or address tone? Tone is big during Mercury retrograde seasons. Huge. Maybe, how would you go about clarifying that tone? Without being confrontational, of course. And I just want to say, whatever you set your mind to, you could do it. Just remember, be heart-centered. Instead of my way or the highway. Actually have a space for communication that's filled with love. Focus on communication that's filled with love. Focus on communication that's focused on love. True power is the communication that includes love and includes light. True communication, true powerful communication, I should say, is full of true love and true light. Powerful communication is filled with true love, true light. Breathe this in. Breathe out. Awesome. clear that throat and heart chakra. And anything else that's kind of ailing us. Because, Mercury retrograde kind of affects us in our whole chakra system big time. So with this, I'm going to set this down right here. I have a little place for it. Alright, so now that we've wafted away all those ills, we've set a bit of more, we set the intention with Mercury retrograde. Let's finalize it with manifestation candle. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and light this. So this manifestation candle is for you to determine how you're going to revamp, what you're going to set your mind to when it comes to revamping communication. Instead of being my way or the highway, how you can listen better and how you can speak better. I know my manifestation right now is to listen a bit more and give a chance to everything that's kind of going on. Sometimes experiences, different experiences are what our true mentors are. Take a minute. What is your manifestation for Mercury retrograde? Just take a minute here. Just remember that with this manifestation, you can make it come true during this Mercury retrograde season. In fact, up till August 10th, you could learn a lot of necessary things that can help you with communication come in the future, no matter what sign Mercury is in. But you got this. Awesome. I'm going to just put this manifestation right here. I accidentally let it down a little harshly. But that, Stargazers, is the ASMR version of Mercury retrograde.